Shabbat Shalom. In this coming week Torah portion, Vayigash, we once again see the recurring theme of the children of Israel's relationship with the land of Egypt. So much of who we are initially is in fact because of the land of Egypt. How often we read in the Torah, because you were once slaves in the land of Egypt, then you must do X, Y, and Z. For example, treat the poor and oppressed well, and not mistreat your slaves. So much of who we are comes from that particular relationship. And in this week's Torah portion, we read two very interesting things about that relationship. One, we read about Joseph's agrarian policies. That is, Joseph's interpretations of Pharaoh's dreams that ultimately led the Egyptian people to be able to be prepared for the inevitable famine that fell on their land. Joseph predicted it, and we also read in this week's Torah portion that famine came. But of course, when it came, they were prepared, because Joseph knew and predicted that it was coming, and had the people ready to do what they would need to do to survive the years of famine. It's interesting. Famine, in many ways, is at the heart of that relationship between Egypt and the children of Israel. Our forefathers all went down to Egypt on some level to escape famine in their land, and went to Egypt where food seemed to always be readily abundant. The reality is that it would be nice to be able to look back on this week's Torah portion and see that this problem of famine is something that is an ancient problem. But we know all too well that it is a current problem. One that we see even in our own community right here in Yardley in Bucks County all too often today. This is the last Shabbat of the year 2014. Shortly we'll be celebrating New Year's Day of 2015. And while making New Year's resolutions for the Jewish people really should be limited to Rosh Hashanah, if you're making one for this 2015, why not have it be to do something to help out with the famine that exists right in our very backyard? We at Bethel have been doing some amazing things here, donating food and money to Loaves and Fishes, a local food shelter and food kitchen. But we can always do more. And so maybe if you're making a pledge this year to do something new, have it be that. Have it be something in terms of helping out the problem of hunger and a famine in our town, in our community. Because the reality is it's something that's always been a part of our people, and if we're going to remember that we once, or many occasions, had to go to Egypt to be fed, then that very fact should, in so many ways, lead to us to action in this day, and lead us to help together with the problem of famine and hunger. Shabbat Shalom.